Well, hello there, my darlings, and welcome to another bloody speed build on the channel. What is going on? 2 speed builds in 2 weeks? Oh, I'll tell you what's going on. Festive period, darlings. That's what's going on. And I've decided on building something a little bit festive. But for you guys that don't use custom content or can't use custom content, so this is completely CC free, and it's using very limited packs. The only packs I use for this build are Cottage Living, Seasons, and Base Game. So if you've got those 2 expansions, then you should be able to flop this in your game, no worries. And yes, stunning. So it is a 2-bedroom English style cottage in the world of Henford-on-Bagley. It's on a 30 by 20 lot. And it is completely decked out and ready for Christmas. So it has got a double bedroom upstairs as well as a child's bedroom too. So it would be perfect for a little bit more of a small kind of family gameplay. And it's a very thatched, traditional cottage looking building as well. That's what I decided to do with it, my loves. But yeah, so I love, well, you know me. I love to build with custom content, but sometimes it is quite nice to try and just use your brain a little bit and not use CC, and also challenge yourself to use just a very limited amount of packs. And I don't usually do that. I don't usually do that at all. But for this one, I really wanted to, just so you guys with limited packs can get this into your game and play around with it. Now, it is a very cute little build inside as well. It does have a kitchen, a living room, a tiny little office downstairs, and also a toilet on the ground level as well. Oh, and a dining room too. And a dining room, it has got a greenhouse outside as well. So I made sure to make this house look very pretty in the kind of sort of summer, springtime. But as always at this time of year, I want my builds to look as festive as possible. And I tried to make it look as classy festive, we're going to say. So a few little garish touches here and there. I mean, what is Christmas without a few little garish touches? But I really wanted it to just look like a classy establishment. Yes, I did. Now, please ignore the roof in a minute. I wasn't happy with how this roof was looking. I actually changed the roof shape a little bit more. I mean, it looks nice now I'm looking back on it, but it's just not what I wanted for this build. So I end up changing the roof shape just ever so slightly. You probably won't even notice it, but I noticed it, and it just made the biggest difference for me. But you'll see that anyway a little bit further on in the actual build, my darlings. Yes, you will. And here is me having trouble with the bloody walls and half walls and but anyway, here we are. So at the back of the build, this is where the kitchen's going to be. I did have a little double door moment out from the dining room area that goes out into a little backyard area. You could have made the backyard a bit bigger in this, but what I've done is put a greenhouse around the side of the house. You'll see me build that in just a second. And I just left that area quite close to the edge of the lot at the back, mainly because I wanted a bit more of a bigger front garden. That took a while to get out then. Yes, it did. So it's a very short speed build today. I think this is going to be like under 20 minutes, but I wanted to get this out for you guys, and this build came together quite fast. I see lots of this kind of architecture around where I live, so it's quite easy for me to build now. Do you know what I mean? Need to start challenging myself after the new year, my loves. I think we're definitely going to do that by means of those little starter home series that I'm going to start doing, where we're building in different worlds, little starter homes in different worlds. So I'm going to start delving into a little bit more different architecture rather than just British. But British architecture will always be the main thing on the channel because I am British, and you don't tend to see a lot of it around in the simming community. So yeah, anyway, so this is the greenhouse, as I was saying. Used that Seasons wood paneling, which I also used on the main cottage itself. and these base game windows. And I just thought this came together really nicely. Now, I do use a few things. I won't lie. I do use a few things that weren't from the packs that I'd mentioned. But I did go through and rectify that. And you'll see that in just a second, in a minute, when I start using the bloody planters that are from Outdoor Retreat. And there was a few things that I used. I think, what else did I use? Oh, I'll know when I come to it. But there were a few things, including like a debug bush that was from the Realm of Magic. I had to go and change that as well. But I made sure to make... I made sure to make sure... Is that right? Is that right English? It is now. That the only packs used are the ones that I've mentioned. So, yes, stunning. So I wanted a little moment around here. Not that you can see any of this when it snows, but I still wanted this house to be very nice in other aspects or other seasons, sorry, in The Sims 4. So that's what I did. That is what I did. And yeah, very happy with it. Very simple build, but I really like the interior. It's very warm and inviting on the interior. And you'll see that in just a second once we have finished doing all of this lovely landscaping that we're getting done now, my darlings. Yes, indeed. So these were the planters that I was on about. I used these and then I realised that we can't use them because they are from Outdoor Retreat. So I just switched them over, and also these lights as well. I used the high school lights down here. We switched them over too. There were a few things that had to be rectified. But all in all, it came together in the end with just those 3 packs mentioned. And yes, well, 2 packs, including the base game. But yeah, very cute. Love this lot as well. This is right by the riverside in the countryside area in Henford-on-Bagley. And it overlooks the river. I've built so many cottages on this particular lot. And I just thought, you know what? We haven't done one at Christmas though. So that is what I've been and gone and done. And it really worked. It really worked to me. And I liked it. Very much liked it. I love when all the lights go on. I love when you... Oh, this is that. See that little bit of ivy that I just used? That was the one from Realm of Magic that I had to switch out. Oh, and also the mailbox. See, I've been failing, but don't worry. As I said, we rectified them. But what I was saying is I love in gameplay with the Seasons expansion where you go and decorate the house for Christmas and you see them rummaging through the box and then it pops up on the house. I love that. I love that part of the gameplay. That's one of the many reasons why Seasons is still one of my favorite expansions. Mixed with my other favorite expansion, which is Cottage Living. So this just felt like the perfect, I don't know, blend of packs for this time of year. My favorites. And I was very, very much for it indeed. Very much. So I'm doing this voiceover on the Friday. I made sure to get this build done before I went. So I am home right now. No, sorry about the other day when I couldn't get a bloody video out. It got stuck in processing for some reason. And that was the video that you saw yesterday. So I was a little bit annoyed about that. But there's sometimes tech problems just can't be helped. I did actually leave the house to go away when I went on my little trip with the video process. And I was just like, it should sort itself out. It will be fine. It didn't. It did not sort itself out. So that's the reasons why. So one less video this week. I am sorry, but I'll make it up to you guys next week because we got some more challenges coming next week, darlings. No, I'm babbling on and the living room is getting decorated. So I actually end up changing that red leather sofa. It kept popping up to me a bit too much. I did go for the very cliche, generic colours of Christmas in this house. So lots of reds and greens like I did with my previous speed build. But I ended up changing that sofa out. It was just a little bit too red. It kept just popping into my eye. That sounds a bit weird. But I ended up going for a greener one instead. And it just, you'll see it in the video tour. It looks, to me, a lot better. But yeah, still enjoyed doing this build. I really, really did. I love decorating houses for Christmas. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So, kitchen. Nice kitchen. It's got a big open fire in the kitchen as well. I wanted that to be a point because that was probably my favourite part about my last speed build. Henford House was the fact that there was this big... a huge fireplace in the kitchen. I would love that. I actually do have a chimney breast in my kitchen, but they've closed it over. But if I was to live in this house forever where I am now, I think I would probably put a wood burner or something in there. But because we know this isn't our forever home, I don't want to spend the money on it. Do you know what I mean? I'm being methodical, darling. I am being a Virgo. But that is the reasons behind that. You didn't need to know that, but now you do. You know? There we go. So, lovely kitchen. And think I end up changing the colour of the oven as well. It was a bit too red again. So I end up going for a green oven in here, I think. But hanging some Christmas lights off of the bloody windows there. Gorgeous. A little wreath. A lovely little red casserole pot. A fruit loaf, my darlings. And little fire pokers down there. Oh, I think we get a coffee machine up there as well. Yes. But yeah, this is the the fireplace moment that I just love. Like, imagine having that in your kitchen. It must be so lovely. To imagine like baking with a fire roaring. Oh, I'd be made up with that. I really would. Yes, I would indeed. But sorry, I've got an itchy neck. You can probably hear me scratching away. You can probably hear me scratching away in the microphone. I do apologise. Because it is Friday, I don't know if you guys know, but I am going to be streaming this evening as well. So if you want to come along and join me, we are continuing on with that little festive village street that we've been building in The Sims 4, also in the world of Henford-on-Bagley. So if you want to come and join us, then feel bloody free to, darlings. I'm going to be streaming from 7 p.m. GMT, and we're going to have a hoot and a holler. It'll be a lovely time. But if not, I will see you all on Tuesday. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that at all. But yeah, it's a nice kitchen, nice size as well. I like the fact that there's a separate dining room as well. So I made up as much space in here as possible with the fact that we actually had a dining room separate from the kitchen. I know that's not like groundbreaking because that happens quite a lot, but for my build sometimes it is, because I've been doing a lot of open plan building lately. But with more traditional homes like this, I kind of like the separation between everything, hence why we've got a completely separate living area as well, which I end up changing that door into the living area. I end up going for an arch in there, so it just opens that space up a little bit for me, and I'm vibing. So this is, as I said, the dining room. Still wanted that festive vibe to come across, so you can see I used that garish like garland around the window and the door area, and I just think I was just vibing with it, to be honest. There was no kind of like methodical thinking on my side. I was just thinking, do you know what, that looks like Christmas and I'm gonna flop you in, and I did. I flopped it there. And I think I get rid of the middle one of those candles and put in the logs. Yeah, I do, but I think I do that off of camera. You'll see that in the video tour. So, as I said, there was a tiny little, it's only like a 6-tile office, but I just thought it looked like a cute little nook, and it's right at the front of the build as well. So you could pull those blinds up and look down at the river, like covered in snow, while you're typing your Christmas novel, drinking a hot chocolate. Do you know what I mean? I was feeling all of those Hallmark movie vibes, just without, you know, less homophobia and racism that Hallmark movies tend to come across with. Thank you. All right, Aiden, look at me campaigning. I mean, I'm for it, to be honest. So, what I was about to say, I can't remember what I do up there. We put a little map up there. What do we do on this side? Oh, a clock. And then that reminds me to put other clocks in other rooms. So I do go ahead and put in a few more clocks in the other rooms too. And it comes together rather deliciously. So we're still on the ground floor level. This is the hallway. This is the hallway. As always with my speed builds, I tend to now get everything mapped out and like what I want to use, and then I just pull them in. And I just thought this hallway came together really nicely, actually. Again, nice shape. It's got a big like flowing stairway as well, where the stairs kind of wrap round in on themselves, and I like that. I do actually like it. Yeah, I think it came together quite well. What do I put here? A mirror? We do. A mirror on that bit. Oh, how wonderful. And there is a small little toilet down on this level as well, that I still managed to put a full bath in, I think. I put a full bath in. And then upstairs, the bathroom's bigger, so I end up putting a shower and a bath upstairs. But I don't actually show you how I furnished that one, because as you always know, bathrooms are just dull to me. But I do show you how I furnished this one. And I think that's the reason also why I didn't show you upstairs, because you've seen a bathroom, you don't need to see two. And to be honest, they were complete carbon copies of each other, just different shapes. And that's it. And sizes even. There we go. So into the master bedroom. Really love this bedroom. This bedroom's probably maybe one of my favorite rooms. I like the kitchen the most, But I liked this bedroom as well. I just loved that red bed in the bedroom. I just thought it looked really, really cute. Now, with base game and with the packs that I chosen, there aren't really any good wardrobes. So I had to use those dresses. And I thought, you know what? They're probably going to need more than just one. So I bought 2 out, and it's in the kind of walk-in area where you're coming through the door anyway, so it ends up looking fine. But I do make sure to decorate this room up for Christmas as well, and it looks rather delicious by the time I'm finished with it. I've also slowed the speed build down quite a lot this time. I usually go for like 400%, but we've gone down to a 300% loves, and I kind of prefer the speed of this. It's very, I don't know. I can just see it better. I hate speed builds that go way too fast. I've watched some out there before that I just literally couldn't see what was going on because it was just too fast. So hopefully you can see what I do, because that is very important to me. Yes, it is. Love the fact that this bedroom has got open fire in here as well. Yeah, I'm really vibing with that. I just think it works. Very nice indeed. Yeah. One of my favourites, one of my favourite rooms. Just like how it came together. I also put a few clutter objects on the top of these dresses as well. Some Christmassy vibes and just other pieces. Hate the snap points on these dresses though. There's literally like 2 snap points either side. There's nothing in the middle. It's just, you know, Sims. And not vibing with it. Not vibing with it at all. Not at all. So finally, we are on to the children's bedroom. So I just didn't want to go ahead and put in bright colours and stuff in here. So I kept in with the palette of the house, the very natural browns and cooler sort of like beige, or warmer beigey tone, sorry. Well, it's more of a cooler beigey tone, isn't it, to be honest? But I made sure to decorate this room up for Christmas as well, just so it looks extra festive for the child that lives here. Using these amazing wall pieces from Seasons. I just love these. They really, really work. And they come in some really cool little swatches as well. And I just liked this one because it was a little bit more colourful. And it just brings a bit of festive cheer into this children's bedroom. And do you know what? I don't like children, but I'm absolutely for that sentence. Can't get my words out, for goodness sake. Anyway, I'm going to start rounding it up now, my loves. Thank you so much for watching this speed build. Leave me some lovely comments down below. I've still got to get back to a few of you from my last videos. And that's it. I'll see you on Twitch tonight at 7, or if not, I will see you all on Tuesday. Goodbye.